Hello, everybody. I'm Peter Vaughan with Cardboard Alchemy. It is another weekend, or whenever you're watching this, and we are behind the scenes at a board game publisher. So we are talking about Flamecraft Duals. We're talking about Critter Kitchen, Andromeda's Edge, whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about what you want to play this weekend, because I hope everyone's getting a chance to play some games. And we're going to have Rosie, our comms manager, join us to answer your questions. We have so many awesome things to talk about this stream, including the first Duals deliveries and Critter Kitchen in other languages, and a special Critter Kitchen surprise coming, and Flamecraft dragon ribbons for shows. We got lots of cool things to talk about. Hello. I love seeing all the people saying hello and waving. Thank you so much for being here. This is like my favorite part of the week, is to connect and say hi. I get, luckily, a chance to say hi all week through Discord and Facebook, and it's awesome. We have a Discord channel where we have like "How's your day?" where I hear about how everyone's doing. That I also love that channel, but I'm also playing Board Game Arena games now more often with fans, because we're past the campaign we were just running, which means I actually get to play some games once in a while. Just a little bit, taking a turn here and there. I think it's actually my turn in all those games, but so welcome. We have so many things to talk about. I'll give us a minute to have people catch up, but I brought Critter Kitchen is releasing in 12 languages, right? So we have a baker's dozen when you count English. And on a stream 2 or 3 streams ago, we all wondered what the German names of all of the characters are. So I opened the German box so that we could go through it. So we'll do that. But also, we're going to start off, I believe, by talking about Flamecraft Duals. Flamecraft Duals is our brand new latest game, which is, it's funny. It's releasing now. I say that because last week, nobody had any copies, and now a lot of people in Australia have copies, which is really exciting, because that means pretty soon people in New Zealand will have copies, and then after that people in China will have copies, and then after that people in Hong Kong and Taiwan and Canada will have copies, and then we'll get to our biggest regions of copies, which is the US, Mexico, UK, all of Europe. Everywhere in the world will be getting copies, but we are starting now. So there's literally pictures that we're going to show this stream, where Rosie has collected a couple pictures of people who have shared their hoard as they've received it in Australia. Some people have gotten it to the table and have fortunately reported that it's fantastic. So I'm loving to see that. Are you ready to come in, Rosie? All right, let's do this. Welcome.
Always fashionably late, but always fashionable. It's up. The link's up. Now people can find us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I do it because surprisingly, a lot of people find us through the Instagram story link. Surprisingly,
you know what's really funny also is that I find it amusing just in general when someone shared a Duals picture, like I got it, and then some people wrote and said, "Wait, what? What's this?" So you never know about the internet, right? And that reminds me of how when we were at Gen Con, some people walked up to the table with Flamecraft on it and said, "I've never seen these dragons before," which is magical to get to share the dragons with somebody for the first time.
I know. It's also this very strange thing about communicating something's available and for a short period of time, because when we put that, we did a little ad. We did a little ad for the late pledge for Duals. And I took a video I made and we put it out, and it did really, really well. And there's a bunch of people going, "Wait, what's this?" And we were like, none of these people knew. People knew. It's still going to keep happening, which is, why the game continues. Will continue to be available afterwards for everyone who wants to discover it.
Continue to tell people about games as many times as we can, right?
Absolutely. But yeah, you're right. Some Australians have it. I also believe a New Zealander does have it, because we got a message.
Really? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Then I got to update. There's a Facebook post where I'm updating by the country and the date.
I think they said it on the wall, maybe. Okay. I blurrily woke up and saw a New Zealand and went, but yes, I've got some. This is the first picture I think we got. This was the first one. I think it was Marcellus or something, but I couldn't crop the whole thing. But this is so cute. The whole family has got it all out, which is great. And don't worry, anyone, we're not showing what's in the backpack, so don't worry.
I mean, we did show that on a stream, which you can go watch if you want.
You can go back, but we're not going to spoil it for anyone.
You can spoil it. I did see one spoiler on Facebook now. It is happening.
Is it there?
Yeah, someone posted and then said in the comments, I'm going to do a spoiler, and then in that, I'm going to reply with the thing. So it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to get out there. People are going to see it. People are going to find out. And when eventually the world knows, get ready for how big I'm going with it.
Right.
Cannot wait to flaunt to flaunt that thing. It was really cute. They got the art book. Do you think they ordered all 6 or they've added to it? It's so, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, because the Horde, if that's what they got, came with the iron and the plant, but they could have added the other ones in the pledge manager.
They very much could have
added to the family.
Sweet. So. Also, how many times do you get a Kickstarter parcel and then not play it? Like the fact that they got it out and they played it is so cool.
Yeah, that's really charming, right? Because some of them sit on the shelf for a little bit as you're trying to get to it. You're like, oh, I'm going to get to that. Duels actually is so accessible that it would be hard not to just go, well,
it doesn't require any punching or anything. So
no punch board.
No punching. There will be. I am basically done with the unboxing video because we did spot one, just doing the voiceover for it, and then it'll be up on less short form places. And I'll put it up here as well. But yeah, it's very, very cute. I mean, my laptop is on a sealed copy of Harvest, which looking at it, I'm not going to be opening it for a little while because I've got S.
Yeah, I had that same thing when the laptop was raised by Mythwind for a little bit on the stream. It's funny because you're just like, because I can't do it to Iridia. I still haven't gotten to Iridia. The computer would be much higher.
Which is the perfect sealed board game for elevation for your back.
Right.
I love this game. It's made me feel so much better with my spine. We also have this lovely picture.
That is the post that got a bunch of people to say, wait, what?
That's the one. Yeah.
What are you doing? Yes, there's an expansion to Flamecraft, which a lot of people don't know. And there's a new game, which a lot of people don't know. And every promo ever made is coming back. It's unbelievable.
So I was on a podcast called Whose Turn Is It Anyway recently, and we were talking about cozy games and my whole history of board gaming. It was about 6 hours long, and one of the hosts was asking, like, I don't think it was on air, I think it was afterwards, like, so are there any like Flamecrafty bits that you can get me? And I was like, do you have any promos? And they were like, there are promos. I was like, oh my. I was like, there's an expansion. There's an expansion.
It's a very valuable. I don't know if I do have a pack. This thing right here is like gold, right? Because it is. There are so many people that, first of all, wanted the alternate starters that are in here, and there's so many people that wanted the Kickstarter shop that's in here, and the Spice Tower, and the we have the Andromeda's Edge spacecraft in here. We have the rare medium, which is the cover. It's such a fun shop.
The rarest of the promos.
That one was like content creators only for a while. We have the one that was on BGG. We have the Stuff the Magic Dragon in here. My favorite, like, there was a post on Flamecraft. I don't know who it was. You could be in the stream, and if you are, then let's just laugh together, because there's a person that challenged me over and over and said, you'll never do it. You say you'll do the promos, but they keep saying they do the promos. They'll never do the promos. And I was like, we did the promos. All the promos are back. All
Absolutely.
of them. Now
it's one of the things that often we give out a promos at event. Like, you find us, we'll give you a promo. Normally we've got something on us. I have this. There's a box over here of Absolute Doom. What are you doing, Iron Dragons? Was Cosmoctopus? Don't. Inside is like
one.
All the promos and bits that I've sort of, whenever I get like bits for games, I chuck it in here so that if I get around to it, I'll add it to again. Also, Hey's head is here. It's all very worrying. But I realize now that there's no point me really giving people individual promos at the moment, because they'll be able to get the whole pack eventually. So the
individual promos become a little like I don't know what actually we do. Like we still have Stuff the Magic Dragon on our website, and I don't think those will be as cool as this now. So I might, if anybody, we'll have to think of ideas for if anyone wants those for fun.
And here's someone with their collection of plush. So.
Oh, that's cute.
This is New Zealand. This is the New Zealand.
There we go.
There I was like, I'm sure there's a New Zealand one. And
Okay,
clearly,
we're checking New Zealand off the list now.
It's Friday, everyone. It's Friday before Essen. We're all a bit.
Yep. That's exciting.
Yeah, this is the one. So you can go see the spoiler there. Though I think our spoiler stream is cooler. I would go watch that one.
It's great.
Yeah, really exciting.
Plush, right?
Really exciting. So we will be seeing more and more of that over the coming months. It's very. Do you feel like Santa or whatever cultural relevant person it is? Because I feel like right now we've done this thing and then we're just seeing it pop up. Like you get to like watch people, open stuff. It's very exciting.
This is the joyous part, right? Because especially too, I gotta imagine for Manny and Sandara's probably flipping out too, because I know she has only a limited number of games. I know which they both worked on, that's not a Cardboard Alchemy game, but it is a Manny Sandara game. And they're seeing that release right now. And it's just this joy when people get to like put a game on the table, get quality time with friends. That's what we're going to see a lot with Duals, because we've already seen Seasonal, who might be on the stream, was in our Discord, was actually wondering about its exact size so that they could fit it in a backpack. Why do they care about that? Because they want to travel with it everywhere, which is an honor. It's like an honor to have a game that's small, portable, ready to go, and coveted. And other threads people have been playing it on TTS, so they know how it plays. And so people are like, oh, it's just like someone came on the Discord and said it's like Hive and Harmonies mashed together. And I'm like, I don't mind this comparison at all.
I've been saying it personally because it helps me say to people like kind of the vibes you'll expect. And I adore both those games so much.
I do too. So if people adore this game in that way, I'm just going to be so excited to see it. I know we're about to go to Essen and talk about a completely different game. We're going to be like focused on Andromeda's Edge, but we're talking it's like just ahead of Duals. Duals is like going to be the topic for a while for us. But then it's exciting because Critter Kitchen is also a topic, because at Essen, just now, as I was saying, the other languages are getting the games for the first time. And I was talking to Asmodee, and they're saying like they're going to make Critter Kitchen the star of their show, which to me it's funny because Critter Kitchen's been out for a little bit in English, so I didn't think about that. But it's a big deal. They're taking it to the trade show and the opening night and the media night, and they're going to have it really big in their store. So I'm excited for Critter Kitchen too. It's like it's having all of our games overlap in fun ways now. It's not just Flamecraft.
Because we're going to Essen to chat and have meetings, not to run a booth. Though we do have a sort of space we'll explain in a minute. But it's fun to spot our games in the wild.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we should do like a photo competition of who managed to get the most photos of our games out of the four of us, because it's definitely going to be dotted around, especially Critter Kitchen in German and stuff like that. So very exciting.
Should we talk about more Flamecraft things, more Critter Kitchen things? Where do we want to go?
Well, speaking of Critter Kitchen in German, did you want to?
Sure, I can show you the. So this is the box.
We do have Critter Kitchen news. Don't worry, everyone. This
is yeah. So this is the box. It doesn't look like it's German, but look, there you go.
Wait, where's the German?
Like you got the. Wait, hold on. There you go.
You were just showing their names as though they were in German. I was like, no, I think that's their names.
No. So okay, but here's the thing. When I open it up, though, you'll see the. It's really fun. All right. So first we've got the rule book, which there you go. There's your German for you.
Spielangluten? I don't know. My German pronunciation is quite terrible. I'll get Doug in. He's done Duolingo for 4 years.
Now, what I've got, which is really fun, because this is when it's happened. This is the air ducts.
Oh, Luftschiffhafen. Oh, that's fun. I love that.
Right. We got to go over the locations. We got to go over the locations because then we got to go over the
so
celebrity
cool.
critics. All right. What do we have? The Garden Top Shop, right? Oh, wait.
Garten Genus.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know how to do the U, but that's very cool.
Wait.
Garten, I know.
The Midnight Market is very cool, right? Yeah.
Mitternachtmarkt. Oh my goodness, I love it. That's so cool.
And the Desert Vendor is also pretty exotic sounding.
Oh wow, delicatessen. Well, delicatessen, yeah, but exotic. Well, I couldn't even try. That's really cool.
Lantern Lane. There we go.
Lampion Gas. Oh, that's so cool.
The water market too.
Schwimmende Wasser.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's realizing that David Schwimmer might be German.
I have two more, which are the bigger locations. This is the Chef Academy.
Oh, Con Kasha Demi. I'm so curious what like Great British Bake Off is now in German.
And then I really like this for the soup truck.
Suppenmobil. Oh, that's so cute. That sounds like a place I would go and eat food from at Essenspiel.
Right? If any of these stores want to open up right at the Spiel, at the Messe. Thank you, Peter.
I really appreciate that you had to spell that out.
Yeah. Now, of course, if you want to, the turn order is harder for me to.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
there's a question and everything. Or there probably is normally. Oh, thank you,
anyway,
Ex-Hannibal.
I will.
Das Grobbacken. Das Grobbacken.
Oh, there we go. I also have the celebrity chefs. So let's see who we got. I don't think we're gonna know these.
Oh, wait, are they different names?
Yeah. They gotta, I don't know if they relate to the animals by doing it this way.
Are these their own chefs?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that those chefs weren't big enough to be known in.
Yeah, the thing is that we think Alton Brown is well known, but he might not be well known there.
Wow.
Which makes me sad for, like Gordon Ramsay.
I thought Gordon Ramsay would have been known in Germany.
I know, but but it is still. I hope these are. Wait.
Yeah, Jamie Oliver is. Yeah, come on.
Okay.
He's got restaurants all over Europe.
Yeah, I think everybody else.
He's got one in India.
There you go.
He's got everywhere.
Jamie Oliver survived. Everyone else was changed. At least in the base restaurateurs.
The puns must be lost in translation.
Oh,
do they make their own puns or?
Yeah, the thing about the puns, we've discovered this in Flamecraft as well. Puns do not translate. Sometimes a localization partner will make an attempt. In fact, Asmodee did a really good job with Flamecraft and tried to do a couple of them, Air B&B, or Air D&D, and FedEx, which was a play on a mail shop and lizards. So they were kind of trying to do some puns. But look, this is still fun just to be like the mouse.
Die mouse. Yeah. That's cool.
Anyway, I love this is going to be really big at Essen.
Does that mean that every translation of Critter Kitchen, they're just picking their own chefs in their own country?
I don't know. I actually have the French expansion right over here as well, which, by the way, they did not like our a la carte pun where we dropped the E. So they said, nope, we're putting that back.
So the pun's definitely lost on that one.
Definitely lost on that one. But, I don't blame them because that was, we were butchering French as it was. So let's see what we have for some. The trophy cart is very similar word actually in French. What I'm looking for is, of course,
trophy might be
the flower cart. Of course, is bouquets.
Bouquets, yeah.
Which makes sense. Let's see if I can find a celebrity chef in French.
I love it. That's very cool.
You know what? The other thing is we'll see some sous chefs now. 1 second. I could see if Alex the alpaca was left alone. So maybe the restaurateurs have been left alone.
Oh, Lily might not be Lily.
We'll see. But we do have the
She's in the
You have
base.
Alex. See Alex did.
Oh, cool. Alpaga. All right, nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you learn languages.
That's right. Huh. Like Hans the Mole, though, he went to Thomas. I don't know. I don't know.
So cute.
But
what about the parrot, says Peter C. Hayward?
I know. Well, actually, the parrot survived as well.
Pericle. Wow, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Just for everyone's knowledge, I failed most of my languages as a school.
Unfortunately, Lily's in the base game, so
Lily
I
is in the
can't
base
tell
game,
you about how Lily turned out. But I will look at
Toad.
I will just look really quickly. Oh no! See, this is the evidence right here because this is not Guy Fieri.
Christopher. I mean, the thing is, right? Surely France has hundreds of famous chefs,
right?
Right?
Oh, this is cool though. I like seeing just like
Le Hippo.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Le Hippo. It just makes it so much more Critter Kitchen.
Yeah, it's so much. I actually just watched.
Is Bistro Bay?
Yeah, I don't know because I'm looking at the expansion one, but I will say I just watched.
Bistro is French, right? So
yeah, I just watched Ratatouille with my son like 2 nights ago, and yeah, there is just a romance to all of the dedication to food and.
Mega fans. Once you know Critter Kitchen so well, just play it in French. You don't need them. You don't need to be able to read it.
Who needs it in English, right?
It's in English.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Right.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah, I saw a picture from Peter C. Hayward of loads of languages on his sofa. So,
yes,
cool.
He has now all of the languages. I believe Alex is getting them all too.
What are you going to do with them, Peter and Alex? How do you store multiple languages of your many board games? How does that work?
Yeah,
just curious.
I think Peter has a plan to do the covers. Well, we'll see what he says in the chat.
Yeah.
But we have more Critter Kitchen news to share, right?
Yes. I assume that's why you're all here. Because I said
so,
we had. Rumor has it. News just in. Bistro Bay is getting.
Those who have seen the Zoo Chefs, those who got the deluxe edition of the Zoo Chefs, might have noticed that there were 2 missing Zoo Chefs, 2 holes in the tray. And is that because Game Trays forgot to just made 2 extra holes? No, it's because at the last second I said, please make 2 extra in case someday we want to, I don't know, do another character or 2. And so we made an amazing race. The designers had an idea to do, we never had a turtle, and I think that was very much missing. And so the designers decided to put a tortoise and a hare in the game. So we have Harriet the hare, and we have Terry the tortoise.
Oh, look at them!
Look at that. A little cutthroat, each of them, because they're playing a game in a game to try and be first in line, as you know, as tortoises and hares like to do. So it's very thematic and fun. If these both come up, these zoo chefs are going to kind of interact in a fun way together because Harriet's a little overconfident about her ability to be at the front of the line, and Terry's just going to show up and show everybody what it's like to get at the front of the line. And I also have, just so everybody could see, because Sandara, got the characters on some meeples, the tiny zoo chef of Harriet. So she's a size 1, and
so little.
Terry is a size 2. And so we are coming out with these this pack. Now, the first question some people might have is, where will this be available? We're going to bring it to PAX Unplugged first in sort of honor of the fact that we're going to our very first booth. Wanted to have something special at our first booth. Now, we're going to have a lot of special things at our first booth. There's like things we got to talk about for PAX. There's new pins and there's all sorts of, and we're going to have duels there, and we're going to have, all the new Flamecraft stuff. But wanted to have something special for Critter Kitchen. It's still Critter Kitchen's like debut year. So we wanted to put this out. Now, for those who can't make it to PAX, we are going to put this in a special pre-order sale right after PAX. If we could get that, we're going to get something together for our website that is going to have sort of the latest Flamecraft things, plus the Critter Kitchen things, plus any pins that might be coming out, just so that people who are not able to get to the show can grab a copy while supplies last. We are printing a bunch of these for 2026. So that we can be bringing them to shows all year, but we'll also have them for people who aren't going to shows. And we're very excited because, there's actually more Critter Kitchen promos planned. This is just kind of the first one of several, and we already had some on the campaign. So when you find Critter Kitchen, it's that same Flamecraft discovery where someone will be like, wait, there's promos? Actually, yes, there were 4 on the campaign. And now there's this one, and we're going to do a couple more, and then eventually we'll have to bundle them all in a pack. There's that one. So if you backed the game on Kickstarter, you probably have the Primal pack. So it's the same exact tuck box size.
It's in
and
there.
We're going to do one more in this size and then a couple looser ones. Just because we love this game and we love supporting it. And Peter and Alex are fantastic at coming up with content. And Chris and the team have been testing that content. And with some of our Discord members, thank you if you jumped in to test Harriet and Terry, and you've been keeping it secret all this time. Appreciate you.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's very fun.
We always get messages of like, I'm missing 2.
What's really funny is there were currently, I think there were 38 zoo chefs. So this puts us at 40 now. And that's a lot of extra animals you can get on your turn. Like, this is so great about Critter Kitchen is that you're playing with a mouse, a lizard, and a boar. You're running around, but you could hire a giraffe, a panda, a tortoise, a cheetah. You could get, a frog. You could get all these different animals, and that's what makes Critter Kitchen so much. It's a crazy. Well, these are zoo chefs, so it's a zoo out there at the restaurant, and that's so much fun to play. A surprise.
He's been telling everyone, clearly.
Oh, well. We decided that we needed to tell some folks, because if we show up at PAX and nobody comes over for Terry and Harry, then they'll be sad. So we wanted to make sure a couple people notice and come over. And then if you are excited about this, be sure to keep an eye on our newsletter, because we will be putting Harriet and Terry in our pre-order so that everyone can get those extra meeples if you want them. If you own the standard edition, these will be the first 2 meeples, because we're only doing them as meeples. So you'll have some special meeples, bonus ones. But if you have deluxe, they'll go right in the tray in the 2 missing spots.
I'll have to do a full reboxing video again.
Right. Update that video with a new location. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, it's exciting to see Critter Kitchen get its, like, what I love about what's happening in the Critter Kitchen is that it is being discovered by, I've seen people make it their it game. They're playing it over and over. It's not leaving their rotation. It's getting pulled out a lot, and it's the gameplay. The gameplay is really there. There's so many combos. We've talked about this. You with the carts, with all of the different carts you can play, you play with only 3 carts a game if you're going to add those in, at different restaurateurs, at different animals. You're not going to see the same game twice. So if you like the game, it is a buffet. Like, there is never-ending amount of content there. Although, we're just making more for the buffet because we love doing that. But you really have so much to appreciate in the base game and in the expansion. So
yeah, no, it's really cool. I'm very excited to see these in person. And it's not super long. It's when is it 21st of November?
Yeah, so we're talking about a month-ish. We're going to be at PAX.
And the stand's going to be very Flamecraft themed. So that's why we're telling everyone about this, so they know to come over.
There is actually Lucky Duck, which is the neighboring booth, has tons of Critter Kitchen. So they're going to have Critter Kitchen's standard. They're going to have the expansion. We're going to have some deluxe Critter Kitchen at the show. I don't think it's going to be at our booth. We're going to put it at a partner studio, which we'll talk about a little bit more at the show. If anyone wants to get like the deluxe, they can, and someone could get the standard if they want as well. But we're going to be right next door. The only thing we're going to have Critter Kitchen is this. So that's why we wanted to make sure we told some people about it.
The critters have infiltrated.
Yes, they have. This
It's
come
very
in.
cool. So speaking of conventions, at Gen
Yes,
Con, we did something.
we
We
did.
made some ribbons, and a lot of people want those ribbons.
They did go over really well. Part of it was, Manny. I'm going to show one of them now because, you know, we were putting the dragons on these ribbons so that you could decide if you were going to be a potion dragon or a meat dragon. And Manny thought it would be funny if you just said meat. And there's a dragon on it, of course, but it just says meat. So you can walk around and say meat, or you can say plant. Look at how cute that is. We've got 3 of them that are like reversed colors because it's just easier for the dark ones. This is the iron one, right? But then the other 3 are, are like that. See, these are cute. So what dragon are you is what I want to know. Because if you see us at a show, you could say, I am a crystal dragon, or you could say, you know what? Here's what's really fun about the fancy dragons. Look at this. The fancy dragons, they just cut it from whatever color, because it's a rainbow. So you don't know what color you're gonna get. You actually just get some mix of colors, which fits the fancy theme. But here's what I want to do, because I know some people are going to say, listen, I can't get to a show. I would love one of these ribbons because maybe I have a badge from a show that I did make it to and I want to put it on that badge, or maybe I want them just to have those because they're really fun. So we decided to bring back something that we did a ways ago to some varying degrees. I hope people liked it. What it was I did not want to get boring mail, right? At the studio at Cardboard Alchemy. I did not want to get boring mail, taxes or
One
spam.
really goes to Brad.
So I invited people to write in, and if you write in, I would write a letter back, and I would send something. It worked, although I did get hundreds, and then I eventually dropped and I stopped sending Stuff the Magic Dragon. I feel very bad about that. So some people, if you ever catch me and yours letter was not responded to, I will find me and or tell me, and I will make it up to you with another cool thing. But what we decided to do is do another round where this time Rosie is going to help me out. We'll try and do a more reliable response where we don't maybe write a custom letter back. Because I think that was the problem is that when people wrote all these amazing letters like, oh, I want to tell you all about the first time I played Flamecraft, or like someone would draw an amazing drawing. Some 6-year-old would tell me a story. Someone would tell me how they're getting married. And I would write a custom letter back saying like, oh, I can't, congratulations on your wedding. I'm not going to write a custom letter back. All I'm going to do is I'm going to send whatever 2 dragons. I will still send, it'll be a nice Cardboard Alchemy envelope, but it will be whatever 2 dragons you want to be. In honor of duels, in honor of just having pen pals out in the world, if you want to write a letter to Cardboard Alchemy, we're going to have our address in various places. We can have it on this stream.
It's in the YouTube description.
Oh, okay.
It should be. I added it in just before this. If it's not there, let me know, but it should be there.
So you can write about any topic, by the way. It doesn't have to be anything specific. You could just literally write the 2 words of the dragons that you're looking for. You could say that you like Critter Kitchen, or that you just play duels, or you backed Andromeda's Edge, or you just could tell me a random story. People have sent in art, stickers. People have done postcards. It doesn't even have to be a letter. If you want to send something to Cardboard Alchemy and tell me what 2 dragons are your, like that's the dragon combo that you would pick. Bread potion, by the way, is I think donut, because this is in honor of Dragons and Dragons. All the high dragons, Manny came up with every combo. So there's a plant potion, that's matcha, right? So if you know anything about duels and know what the high dragons are, you can say, oh, I would definitely be a meat crystal, because that's bone saw, right? But we'll send you 2 ribbons if you can't find us at a show. Now, if you can find us at a show, your other way to go is anytime we're at PAX, Essen. If you catch us at Gamma next year, or UK Games Expo, we'll bring the ribbons because people like like being the dragons, and I totally understand because I like having those.
Someone's asking about sending to me as well, because I'll probably be posting them. Only problem is it's my personal home address, so I don't give that out publicly for obvious
So
reasons.
We're gonna send them all to me at Cardboard Alchemy Studio. If you want to write to Rosie, just say what you want to say to Rosie. I will share it with Rosie.
I think what they mean is that they can't post to the US.
Oh,
I'm not sure. But we'll look into it and see what we could do if there's like a PO box or something.
Yeah, if there's a problem sending a letter to the US.
Yeah, let us know if there's a problem sending a letter.
Because we're not talking about packages. Where you don't have to send a package. You could send hopefully a postcard can make it here.
You'd think so. Yeah, you'd think so.
I'm sorry for our country's recent decline in reliability. But if there's any problems, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you can't do it, then just let us know. Peter here was giving some great advice. Send it to my neighbors. Don't do that.
Send it to Doug. I see.
Send it to Doug. Also, don't do that.
Also, not gonna happen. Yeah.
I used to be like, yeah, send stuff, and then very recently I've started receiving some very strange posts.
Yeah,
I'm just not giving it out anymore. But yeah, so which two would you pick, Peter?
Well, I mean, I think I'm a potion dragon at heart, right? I've recently sort of decided that I'm probably either bread potion or crystal potion. I don't know. I'm feeling like those are my calls to action here. But I know there's a lot.
I'm 100% a fancy dragon.
Are you? Yeah, 100%. That's your avatar is fancy.
It's my avatar, yeah. So I'm a fan. That's a great one, by the way. It's got the full. That's a good one you've got there in your hand. I'm a fancy. It's a tricky one.
We haven't actually
funny sounding.
We haven't actually done the high dragons for fancy mix because artisans are the only mix.
No, but I do like adding fancy to the beginning of any of them, like a fancy plant.
You're a fancy plant. Yes.
I'm a fancy bread. Yeah, I love that. So maybe I'm a fancy potion because of Cardboard Alchemy. That would be.
There you go. Could be. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's just it's a fun thing. I just want to. It's one of those. It's a win-win if you have a time and you want to send a letter. We love to get them, and then it gives us something fun to do, and we'll send some ribbons back just for fun back, as you know. But we'll also take them to shows if you want to see us there. So
yeah, so Essen.
Yeah,
we're going to be there.
That's true.
We're going to be at Essen, but not. Yeah. We don't have a permanent base. We don't have a booth. We're roaming around. You'll spot us. We'll be walking around. But we do have space.
We're looking for all the bread there, which is pretzels and all of the potions.
Yeah, we'll bring some bread ribbons. But we will have a table in the mornings on.
We are going to be at Game Toppers, right? Because our friend Berkey, who runs Game Toppers. Game Toppers is such a great company. They're so nice. And Berkey reached out and said, you know what? We would love to have you at our booth. And we have room for you to put Andromeda's Edge down on the table. In fact, put it on the Andromeda's Edge mat because they crafted the most beautiful space mat for us for Andromeda's Edge. It's a Game Topper, which means it's highest quality mats, really good stitching, really good foam. I'm so impressed with their mats, and I'm so excited to have a beautiful, beautiful Andromeda's Edge mat. So they're going to put that on the table. We're going to bring Andromeda's Edge, which will be up at all times, and we're going to bring Genesis just in case people are looking to see Genesis. And then Luke Laurie's going to be there. Now, Luke went to Essen for the first time last year and saw the sites and was like, I'm addicted to this show. It's a very good show for designers that love designers there. And so he's going because, a lot of his games are actually like releasing or have been out. He's actually got a really big surprise to announce there. He's got a new game coming from a different studio. I think the reveal is going to be at Essen. And what he's decided to do as far as Andromeda's Edge is go to the Game Toppers booth every morning. And
so it's 10 till 2 on Thursday,
Yep. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
and Sunday, whereas Friday is 10 till noon.
So just a shorter one on Friday.
Shorter
But
on Friday,
going there to hang out, right? Not to play full games, but to show people what's going on with Genesis. If you don't know anything about Genesis or sign something, he's going to bring some tactics cards that are signed, or you can bring your box if you found Andromeda's Edge at the show, because I believe Goliath and Lucky Duck will have some copies. And Luke is so great to talk to. So in my opinion, that's a fun find at Essen if you want to come visit. Now, Rosie, myself, Nicole on our team, we're all also going to be there. Nicole and I will sometimes be in that booth talking to people about duels. So you might run into me there. I don't have a set schedule there, though, because we are doing manufacturer meetings and fulfillment partners. So I won't be less reliable there. But if I'm not there, I can leave a couple ribbons, or we'll give Luke all of the stuff, so that Luke can also show you duels if you want. I just volunteered Luke to do all the things, but
yeah. So
appreciate that.
We're just working on a social post, but we'll post about this so you have all the information, and I'll do a BGG post as well. So you can find all that out. But it's very exciting, and thank you very much, Berkey. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Game Toppers is going to have all their usual, like they have a Ryan Lockett mat. They have all
I might have to just.
I mean, yeah, right.
Will they have Sandara's one? She did.
She did a mat for all play. She didn't do a mat with Game.
Oh, right, yeah.
But
too many mats.
We are going to talk to Sandara about doing a mat as well. I love working with Game Toppers, and if she's willing to do one, I think it would be gorgeous as well. So we'll make plenty of fun mats for your Game Toppers or your table. You put them on a table as well, but they happen to fit in the tables that Berkey makes, which sit right on top of a regular table. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to have the legs. You don't have to spend all the cost of a fully, like a full-on custom wooden table. You get to have a bigger table surface and a nice mat. So yeah,
go if you're at Essen.
Yeah.
Go say hi to Luke, go say hi to Berkey. You'll spot him, he's in a hat.
He does have a pretty big hat, the Game Toppers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very excited by that. Having a little bit of a home base at Essen is nice, because we were going to be wandering completely with no spot per se. We will probably also check in on Lucky Duck, because they will be selling Critter Kitchen and Andromeda's Edge and a little Flamecraft, I believe. So it'd be nice to see them as well.
I'm the most organized I've ever been for Essen in regards to what I'm going to go look at.
Okay.
I've gone through the 1,500 listings.
I have not, although I just saw Danny Standring's version of what you look at in the top list.
Yeah, I skipped all of those, weirdly.
I know, she looked at because I was waiting for a serious, I don't know why I was waiting for a serious.
No.
She just starts
I'm sure she's seriously going to go look at those games.
So she picks all of the ones that are just like absolutely the weirdest games ever on the list. I have not yet done the whole list thing at the last second. I'm going to be watching like Thinker Themer and Rado's list, and I'm going to be looking
Covray's one. There's loads of they cover a lot very quickly. So I found that one really helpful. But I've gone through it, and then to start with, there were 80 games, not to buy, just to look at, and then I whittled it down to ones that weren't available in the UK, because I didn't see the point in spending time doing that unless it was like something I desperately wanted to see. But yeah, there's a couple of games which seem to be on everyone's like, I want to go see that, which is interesting. But I'm very excited. I want to go see Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game. No, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers trick-taking game. I think there's a demo going on there.
I've played 4 chapters of that. Did you know that?
You played 4 chapters of the new one?
Yeah.
Always ahead of me.
Because Corey Thompson always has it. Like he just always has it.
Outrageous. But yeah, I've got a couple of demos.
By the way.
But it's very good.
Fantastic. I really love what they're doing with it, and that one is also going to be at PAX, and I've been talking to Brianna Woodward over at Asmodee, and because she's worked on those games as creative director, and they were mobbed last year at PAX
Yeah.
for that game, and so they're planning on another insane, like it's going to be big. So excited for
Cecil mentioned the co-op Lord of the Rings game, which I think is sold out at the moment, so maybe they've got more for this event. It's amazing. I've played it a few times. It's incredible. So yeah, I actually missed out on playing it with the designer because it was a very long demo and I didn't have time at UK Games Expo. But now I'm like, damn it, should have probably done that. But it's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend. Especially if you get to play characters that you love. It's very fun.
The game that I've been told to get, so I just talked to Will Brown, who said, you know what you got to go get for me, is Shackleton Base as an expansion.
Oh, right, yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, got to do that. That's a good game. So
yeah. Like there's a lot of expansions. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. My list is like a lot of small games. I try to pick up Asian games that are really hard to get hold of.
That's a good call.
Saatchi and Saatchi have a couple of new ones. And I've still got, there's one that's about lifts or elevators, as you call them, like and doing that, which sounds interesting. But yeah, I have whittled the list down to about 35 now, which feels like feasible to see at the show. I'm not buying 35 games. I'm not doing that. That's just not going to happen. I'm excited to see what's changed, what's new, what's trending. I think it's really important that we see that not only as like people within the board game industry, but it's really fun to be around that environment and what's shifting and changing. And there's like sections for just trading card games and Pokemon and whatever. Like if that's your thing, you can just go do that. It's a huge hall. I rarely go into that hall because I don't play with Pokemon.
Right. No, there's a little bit of something for everyone there.
But yeah, it's really cool. So I'm excited, and I just need to pack now. Good to go. But yeah,
I mean, an entire empty suitcase for all of the things you're taking, right?
Do you want to see a game that no one knows about?
What?
Do you want to see a game that no one knows about?
Yeah, let's see it.
Only announced today.
I love this stream. It's behind the scenes. Look at this.
It's called Cozy Stickerville, and I'm a little bit obsessed.
That's fun sounding. Cozy Stickerville.
So it's a I guess legacy. You would call it a legacy if you're affecting it. And it's a board, and it's 10 years, so each game is a year. And you draw cards. It's choose your own adventure. Would you like to?
I'm in. This sounds
right. And then you'll read from a storybook, or you will pull from a sticker book.
Whoa. Who's making this one?
You will plant things, and there's buildings, and I'm in year 4, and I'm just.
So wait, who's making this one?
This is Unexpected Games. And they've done. I'd seen no one knew about it. Literally, Asmodee got in touch, and I went, "That sounds like my kind of game. Love to play it." Knew nothing about when it was launched.
His name was Unexpected. Okay, so that's why they're doing exactly what their name says. If you don't release games unexpectedly,
there's a little storybook with like.
That's amazing.
And you actually stick stickers. That's fishing. You're sticking stickers.
Oh, that's
and then you've got 2-sided board. This is my village at the moment. It's going well. And then the other side is blank because you can play it twice. Okay. So it's got 20 plays in it, which is always the debate with legacy games of, is that worth it?
Yeah. And honestly, games usually only see about 3 plays. If someone owns a game, if you love it a lot, you can see more. But like averages, I have games on my shelf where I'm like, oh yeah, I've only gotten it to the table once, or I've only gotten to the table 2 or 3 times. So 20 games is a lot of a big play.
Yeah, for sure. Also, it's got that classic, like, would you like to be greedy, or would you like to care about animals? Like, would you like to leave that pig roaming or hunt it? And so I'm this game I'm going full cottagecore, but next game evil overlord. And there's enough stickers for 2 games, so yeah, it's I'm very excited to see more from it. But what's strange is no one knows about it. It just cropped up, and I hope people find out about it because it's a lot of fun.
This is fun from Stephanie. Gotta stream. love seeing all the fun stuff in store for everyone. Can't wait to send a little note to the team.
Yay!
Stephanie, I remember when you sent me a letter last time. It was such an amazing thing that you
It
did.
was lovely, yeah.
It was an amazing letter, so thank you.
Yeah. So I'll be playing that this weekend. Let us know what you're playing this weekend. If you've got any games you've got planned. I don't want to leave the house because I don't want to get sick before Essen. So I'm not going to leave the house.
You're just going to hunker down and play some games. I like that strategy. Did we have any questions that we need to get to? Let's get to some in case anyone they were wondering about.
How come the Dice Tower Artisan cards got renamed?
Well, that's a good question. They wanted a promo, and we wanted to do a promo with them. And as we got to that whole every promo will be re-released, it felt a little weird to keep printing the Dice Tower staff. It also they weren't like dragon names that Manny and Sadara picked out. So we decided to let that be a one-off, and then to give them their own names back in town. Like, so Cutie Pie became a dragon. It was like it was a sentimental thing to have them at first, and then we decided to shift them back into town. Yeah. So it makes it a little bit more rare. It's the only promo then that's still out there, but you can still get the same dragons. They just
it's just the name.
Just it's a different town, one town over from the Dice Tower.
The CK booth at Gen Con looked great too. Is the booth going to be set up at PAX 2 for CK? I believe that's the kitchen setup that.
Oh, right. The kitchen. Yeah. I don't think that the kitchen will be at PAX because Lucky Duck, who is running, who will be running games of Critter, or they'll have Critter Kitchen. I'm not sure they're running Critter Kitchen because they have a lot of different titles they keep cycling through. And so it's not Critter Kitchen's turn anymore. I think it might be, I know they're doing Potions of Azurland, and they have We're Sinking, and there's another new one. So I don't think the kitchen table will be there, but I know the Critter Kitchen will be there. There's a big banner that they're making, and so it'll be fun. And it's right next door to us. At PAX, we're at 2842. And I think they're 2843. So it's like we're going to be right next to Critter Kitchen the whole time. While we're doing our Flamecraft zone. It's all Flamecraft in our area. Yeah.
Will the Zoo Chef cookie cutters be coming out for them too in relation to the Hare and the Tortoise? Well, fun fact, there are not cutters for every single Zoo Chef.
Remember how we said there's 38 Zoo Chefs? There are actually only 12 Zoo Chefs that got chosen for cookie cutters. So
and then when you add in the orange cutters,
and then 15. The orange ones are the regular shelves. So there's 15 total cutters. So only 12 get to be the so you can cut out a shape of a python and a frog, and apparently a panda, but not a tortoise.
Not a tortoise. It'd be too crunchy. Just move to the starred ones. Genesis, are there any new Destiny cards? It seemed the new elements of the expansion would warrant some.
There are not new Destiny cards, and I don't know that the expansion does need to have them, because the expansion is relying on the same 5 tracks, and the Destiny cards are queuing off those tracks. So as important as those tracks are in the base game, when you're playing Genesis, the tracks are even more important, and your destiny is to control those tracks. So if you are playing with Destiny cards, you're going to find it a tough race to get up there. But because Luke and Maximus made it that all you have to be is the top of the 2 tracks that you pick for your destiny, there are ways to get up to the top. Definitely, and the expansion is going to make that a little bit easier and more challenging, as you'll be tying with people. But if you tie for the top, you still get the destiny. So that works.
Was the 5-player CK playthrough that you filmed ever released anywhere? It wasn't. We have a 7-player that's up. The 5-player was huge, a huge file, and basically we filmed in someone's house, and it meant that the angles were a little bit difficult. So it still needs some work to get it out, but the problem is the time it takes to edit a huge file is just not something.
Yeah, we ran into 2 videos that didn't make it out, right? Because we had Andromeda's Edge. There's one 2v2 that still needs to be released, and there's this Critic Kitchen 5 player. And we had 2 really big campaigns this year, and so no editing time. But maybe we can see about finding those out of the vault, right?
The 7-player one was so big because Tim Chilton is amazing and films at about 18K. So they were so big I had to constantly render very small clips and it took a few days, weeks to sort of do it. So it's just one of those things.
If we ever film with Tim again, we're gonna be like, can you downgrade your cameras? Like,
can you use a phone? Like,
but no, that's good quality.
The 7-player one though is awesome and I'm really
it is. It's really fun. That was a good match.
I think that Tim did most of the work. I just made it a little bit shorter because it was very long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yes, we'll dig out that footage and see. Maybe one day I'll actually have a computer to edit on, and then it will be more feasible.
I would like to do more with we got to think about this in general. Like, what do people want to see in terms of playthroughs, tournaments, designer matchups, all sorts of fun things, because we have a lot of games now where we could be doing Andromeda's Edge 2v2. We could be doing duels matchups and duels tournaments. We could be doing, someone suggested an Andromeda's Edge tournament on the Discord. We could be doing Critter Kitchen combos where we show a little bit more of a couple of ingredients mixed together. Because we started doing that a little bit, where we said, Peter had some suggestions of, these are a fun group of critics. A critic and carts to play with. We'll put some more of those up. And I would love to see more gameplay, because Critter Kitchen is very fun when you see a bunch of people that know it and they get to, deeper strategies and outthinking each other.
Yeah. Thank you, Board Game Genesis.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who was in that 7-player with the sticky fingers.
Yeah.
I really thought she was going to win. I
know.
She was grabbing those coffees.
Drank a lot of coffee, was taking multiple turns, thought you had it.
But Grant just
came out of nowhere.
And I'm trying to remember which one, and Danny was doing very well.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was a great game.
7 people, 7 pros.
It was awesome. I'm just checking if there's any more questions.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming on, for joining us. We can't wait to hear what you're playing for the weekend. We'll be gone, so it's worth mentioning that obviously with Essen next week, the fair will be there and we won't be on the stream. So that means that we'll skip and go to the day before Halloween, where I might be doing
literal Halloween.
What? Is it on Halloween?
Yeah.
No, I think it's the day before, isn't it?
Pretty sure it's the 31st.
Oh, okay. We're doing it on Halloween? Okay.
Well, so if it is on Halloween, I'm not free because this is my Friday night.
It's Halloween, so I'm doing it on my own then.
The reason I know this is because I'm going to a thing that Disney have invited me to, so I'll be going to that in a costume.
So apparently I should be doing the stream like in a dragon costume or something, but I don't have one, so don't.
Maybe you can bring on a spooky guest.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you should you should have Luke on, and you should talk about Essen. That's what I think you should do.
I mean, we should talk about it. We could talk about Essen. I will certainly be back. We will do Essen, and we will have that show. We'll be coming back, and then in November, there's obviously very exciting things happening. We'll be talking a lot more about what we have coming on at PAX. By the time that November kicks in, we should see a couple more countries have been getting duels, and a couple countries ready to go. I know some people are anxious to go, so then that will kick off in November. So it's gonna be a very fun month. I will say that there's no rush to write in on these, because of course I'll be gone for a week, but in November I'll start answering if anybody's sent something in. And we have a lot of fun things planned as Duels rolls out. A lot of fun things in November.
A lot of fun things. It's very cool.
We
might start playing some more games online again.
Yeah, that was fun.
I've got to take back my trophy.
You gotta challenge me back at Duels.
You have to find all the frogs I have to give you at Essen because I lost. So I'll dig those out and give you some frogs.
There's also we're gonna have like I mentioned, the pre-order. So I want to do more details about that in November, because we are actually one of the things that's happened on the Cardboard Alchemy shop is that we've had all the Flamecraft items off the shop because of the fact that this year was a big Flamecraft year where we reordered products. We brought in some new things. And as a result, all the Flamecraft things went off the shop, and now they're coming back on, but they're coming back on after we've gotten all the backers that backed. So it's not going to be, what we're going to do is we're going to host a pre-order for all the Flamecraft items. And for everything that's not a Flamecraft item, we're going to have a big fun sale to blast off at the end of the year, because we're going to redo our shop. So there's a lot of fun things to talk about. So we'll have all that in November.
There was something. Did you want to talk about late pledge?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that too, because we are Drama's Edge Genesis funded in September. That was a thing. And then we right now we're getting ready for the pledge manager, but we decided to open up late pledge. I have not clicked the button. I will click the button before Monday. We're going to turn on late pledge, and we're going to, so that everybody who did not get a chance to get in for Genesis, get a mat, get the original game, get the escalation expansion if you can't find it in a store.
If come on they want Essen,
right. If you're chatting to Luke at Essen, you see the game and you're like, you know what, I can see in person, this is my type of game. The late pledge will be open during Essen, kicking off during Essen, and for a couple months. We're also going to have stretch pay. That's a big deal for people as well. If you want to back such a big game and you're like, oh, I don't know about monthly, but all of it at once, you can make it a monthly payment. So we're excited that Genesis will be back for a little bit. While we make the game, people can get in.
Yeah.
Push the red button. I see that. Yeah, we're going to push the button and let people come in to get Genesis. Again, if you missed it, if you missed the campaign, you can get on that campaign. We had like everything we were doing before. So like we have all the gameplay, all the deluxification, all the new stuff, mats. There was a dice tower. I mean, if you didn't see the dice tower, it's awesome. This is a massive thing that you can roll dice in and make your table have a standing obelisk. So all of that's coming back in a late pledge, and I will push the button soon.
Same, William. Same.
There's a cosmic frog in there as well. Yeah.
Is there an ETA for the AE t-shirts in the Printify shop?
Oh, that is a good question as well. So we did unlock every single design for Drama's Edge, which will be in the Printify shop, as MP mentions. We do need some time to put those together. We've been a little bit we're getting ready for PAX, and I will say that running our first booth for the first time has been something. So the whole team is like on it. Plus, Duals is now coming, so we're on that, and it's just a crazy year. But we do hear you, and we will get those shirts in there.
Yep.
My mission in November is definitely to catch up on. So I owe people. We've got prizes that I owe people. I've got to start mailing out these ribbons, and I gotta get the shirts done, and I've got to get the sale all organized. And it's never a dull. And I know this is not even like all the things I'm talking about are not even board game making. What we're working on in the back end is making Whisperwood and Flamebound. And so we're doing this stuff, and it's exciting around here. Thankful for all the people who are helping support us in all these crazy creative endeavors that we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. If you didn't get your question, you can ask in the YouTube, and we'll find it next week, or I mean the week after. We'll find it on Halloween as a trick or a treat. You can also throw it up you can put a question in our Facebook groups. We have got one for Critter Kitchen, for Flamecraft, and for Andromeda's Edge. We have a Discord. The Discord has a secret channel where once you figure out what the secret thing is in the Iron Dragon's backpack, you can go in that channel and talk about it, or you can go in the Duals channel and talk about Flamecraft Duals. And very soon I'm very excited for this. There's going to be a channel for alpha players to play the digital game of Flamecraft. Yeah. So there's a section of our Discord that Monster Couch are the hosts of, and very soon they're going to be running alpha testing, and they're going to
we played it. We
We have. So
Yeah.
we haven't talked too much about the game yet because they're still working on it, but they're going to open up alpha testing in our Discord. And so the Discord is the coolest place to be. You can play a game of Whisperwood. You might soon get into a game of Flamebound. You can play duels with people. You can play other games with people. I have like 8 BGA games going on right now with different members of the Discord. Or you can get into the digital section and potentially try a little Flamecraft on Steam.
Also, if anyone wants to run Blood on the Clock Tower in our Discord, we're up for it. So
right, yeah, let's do some.
We'll play it. I've been playing it. I can't storytell, but if someone is a storyteller and wants to play this awesome bluffing game, we're up for it.
All right, let's have a lot of fun in there. So, game on, everybody. We want to hear what you're up to. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much, everyone. If you're at Essen, say hello. We'll see you there. And then when we come back, we'll show you pictures of us at Essen.